Alright, Esper Krasis. We've got kind of a wonky mana base, and we've shoved 4 copies of Hydroid Krasis into Esper control. Is it good? Maybe. Is it necessary? Certainly not. Are we gonna try and make it work anyways? Yeah, let's do it. Let's dive into some matches, play some games of Magic. See how things are working out. It's a long stream, chat. We're starting in on the 3rd drink of the day. So it's been a long one. Drank a full tea and then 24 ounces of water. Starting in on our next 24. Look at that. Look how perfect the mana in this deck is. Never, didn't have it, etc., etc., etc. I mean, Bio Bolas could work? Maybe. We're gonna try it. It's in my deck queue. We're gonna try it at some point. Yeah, white, black doesn't quite require 18 of both sources. It's like 16 to 17, depending on what else you have going on. Alright, so I guess I take their cast down. Their hand is really bad in the mirror. I'm gonna bin that. We're digging for some lands here. It's actually funny, worth noting that Cleansing Nova is better than Kaya's in the mirror, just because it can kill their Azcantas, which is great. I'm actually going to keep both of these. It's important that I draw the Discovery before the Teferi here, just because if they draw Thought Erasure, I don't want the Teferi in my hand to get it taken away. When do decks get added to the queue? The queue is not updated while I'm streaming. The queue is updated at the end of every stream, basically. Sometime after each stream ends. So when I finish streaming for the day, I do another hour and a half to 2 hours worth of work usually. Update the queue, clear out the old things, respond to new things. Lots and lots to do always. Disinformation campaign. Okay, so we both have different mirror breakers. Hey Prometheus, thanks for the Prime support. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Really? Okay. Huh. I'm surprised they took Teferi and not the Mortify here, because the Mortify is going to kill their card advantage. Hurry. That is an awesome draw, because with Teferi's wonderful plus here, I get to play the Search for Azcanta and hold up Absorb. Is that a Teferi? Is that a Teferi? It looks like, is that a Teferi? Yep. Alright, we're done here. Alright, so Sabotage, Negate, Eldest Reborn is great. I don't know if I want Chromium in this matchup or not. So like how many things do I want to keep in for their thieves, basically, is the question. Probably just the Mortifies, like Mortify, Contempt. Thought Erasure helps too. Eldest Reborn's fine. It's like a Tremakaya. She keeps their search down, but she's not that good. For big Vraska. Oh, magic. Yeah, so the thing that Frank Karsten's numbers don't take into account, people that are looking at the numbers in this deck versus Frank's numbers, is that Frank's numbers don't account for drawing extra cards with things like Discovery, Surveilling with Thought Erasure, Search for Azcanta. So, like, all of those metrics push things towards needing less and less and still seeing them fairly consistently. So, you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, I've just like met people on Twitch before. I know that a lot of people are gonna like read that article and just like just check that part out. All right, sweet. They're taking our Teferis here, which means that we're pretty likely to hit our third land drop, which is great. Pretty excited to hopefully hit our third land drop and then bury them with Krasis.
Now what?
And we can always just like take their Teferi later with our Eldest Reborn, so this seems fine. They are allowed to leave Teferi in my hand. I agree that Bellhaunt in the mirror seems suspect. Maybe there's like boarding in Thief 2 and going full mid-range. I do have to counterspell here. I'm gonna bin this. I'd like to hit a land and play this Eldest Reborn, I think. I kind of punish if they go Teferi next turn, but kind of like just getting my card advantage down. I don't care about that one. I have to do this now because this gave them the 6th card in their graveyard. It's unfortunate I can't leave Absorb up here, but if we fade something good happening this turn, like this game's probably over. Or so like put a Bellhaunt into play and have Absorb up. Yeah, that's true, actually. They might just be a more mid-range deck, because they did have Disinformation Campaign in their deck, so maybe they're just, like, playing a bunch of discard. I can see that being the case. And hey, look! Now Hydroid Krasis is a great draw, right? We get to Krasis for 2 if we draw it. I'm gonna keep playing out all my land, because even if they draw another Bellhaunt or a Disinformation Campaign, I can mortify that in response to the discard trigger. I just can't mortify that one.
This isn't a fight you can... Let's skip to the good part.
So we need to fade, what, like 3 draw steps here? Need to fade this first Teferi draw, their draw step, and another Teferi draw.
Time for plan B.
Now we can fade in 2 different directions. Either don't hit removal for this, or don't hit removal for this. Either of these things hang out, we should be okay. We got Spell Pierced out of the Gates deck on stream the other day, and I was very confused. Alright, so we should either be flipping Azcanta here, or killing their Teferi. If we do both, like, we're just in an absurd spot.
We will meet
Well,
again.
tucking it keeps their Teferi alive. And with me having, like, no cards in hand, or only a card that they know about, it seems reasonable. Maybe I'm supposed to wait on that Azcanta activation. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to wait on the Azcanta activation. Yep. Yep. Punish me. Punish me, baby. Very, very punished. And I guess I could hit Thought Erasure at this point since I already have a card in my hand to keep. Alright, it's not the worst. If they Thought Erasure me, I'm in a lot of trouble. They get to take one card and then take the other. I'm out of Mortifies, aren't I? Yeah, I'm out of Mortifies. Weird game. Oh yeah, I should probably start holding lands at this point. It's a good suggestion. Because of this. The fact that I don't have Teferis in my deck makes my Azcanta activations much, much worse. Deal. This is such a good one for them to not know about. And then I am going to go ahead and play this one out because I can just wait to activate my Azcanta until the end of their turn. Where am I Krasis at? There's one in my bin, there's one on the bottom of my deck. If I full control here, can I not full control? Why can't I full control? Can I not full control on this screen? It won't let me order them. So in paper, you're supposed to be able to order the cards at the bottom of your deck. And obviously I want to stack these so like they're these two cards. So that way I'm like, it stacked this one at the bottom of the piles too. So like the fact that I can't order those there is like super relevant. I'm actually going to take Negate here as opposed to Absorb, because the Negate can't counter a what's it called later, and they can't tuck my Eldest Reborn because I'll just get it back with the Azcanta next turn and kill their Teferi with it. Hurry!
I won't hide from the... You know what? I'm not done yet.
Let's find Vraska's Contempt here. Oh. Well, that's basically a Vraska's Contempt. Shock this in. Teferi untap these. Man, I'm really sad that they unmoored egoed my Teferis, chat. I'm really sad that they unmoored egoed my Teferis. Tuck that right on in there. Your move. I love being at the point in the game where we know what our Azcanta's gonna do. And by that I mean our Azcanta sucks at the moment. Don't want to draw a land for the turn. Would love to draw Syncopate. This lets me draw Hydroid Krasis for the turn.
Keep up the pace.
I have 6, 7, 8, 9. This is my 10th mana. This is 8. Yeah, buddy. Buddy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So it's really pimpy, Squirrel. You have to click exactly. You can't click on the card on top of your deck. You have to click on the cards on the side of your library. It's a very specific point you have to click at to see your deck. It did every time a player who's been unmoored, egoed in standard wins the game, an angel gets its wings. Every time. It is in fact a lot of wings, I agree. Think I gotta bend that, just looking for lands. Kaya has Gutterbone's number, chat. So I took the Tithe Taker because Kaya's gonna come down and exile old Gutterbones here. Could you imagine if this card was Dawn of Hope right now? How awful would that be?
Notice I didn't say fair. Lucky hit. Your bags and hit the road.
I'm gonna dig for a land here. Perfect. I'm gonna bin the Contempt because I don't have a second black. Flower Crown Pikachu's Dan, thanks for 11 months. Is there a Pokemon event this weekend? I haven't been playing Go that much. The weather here's been really rancid. There's no stops. I don't leave my house if the weather's not nice. Please. Please. Please stop.
You're not welcome here anymore.
Have we reached garbage time? I think we've reached garbage time.
How did you do that?
Honestly, Dawn of Hope's like an okay card in a vacuum. The problem is that Dawn of Hope's just not good right now in the format because there's so many Mortifies running around. Get absolutely Shrek with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Garbage time is what we use to refer to the time between when the control deck takes over the game and when it actually wins the game. So, like, this game is probably unwinnable for them at this point, but we're not actually going to kill them for a very long time. Oh, we've got 3 Cry. Sign me up. I'm just gonna trim the Cleansing Nova. Syncopate seems kind of mediocre here. Trimming some Absorb seems fine. This is probably more about a matchup that plays to the board than anything else. I don't think this is a Lyra matchup because they're probably leaving Prieston against us post-board. Keep in mind, Jeffafish, you can, if you prefer Modern or Standard, you can click back into my past Twitch VODs now. The probably won't be live on YouTube for another 4 or 5 hours or so, because we're just starting this deck. We're going to do at least one more after this, I think. I think I'm happy with this board plan. I don't think I want these. I think I'd rather just have, like, cheap spot removal. I'm gonna mulligan this. I don't have a lot of lands, and I don't have, so one of my rules of thumb for one of my rules of thumb when mulliganing is that if I sideboard in a card that's high impact, in this case, Cry of the Carnarium, if a hand feels close, I usually mulligan if it doesn't have the high impact card. You cast Krasis with your lands. Your lands cast Hydroid Krasis. I'm gonna be a little greedy and bin that, keep the Thought Erasure, I think, here. Twitch chat and understanding what's in your deck list when it's listed on the screen is like a perfect example of you can drown a horse in water trying to make it drink. It's just like, how many times do I have to show you before you believe me and understand? It reminds me, so, way back in the day, I used to stream paper magic stuff with some of my buddies, and when we did that, we literally, we would put the text, the deck list is under the stream, on the bottom of the stream, and people would still come in and ask, like, where's the deck list? Just like, oh. No, Teferi was gonna be so good. Teferi was gonna be so good. You know what? I probably should just hold up Absorb this turn. Jamming the Contempt there is probably wrong. No Punish is wonderful. I'm gonna go ahead and dig with Discovery here, looking for lands before I Krasis. Oh, Teferi and Vraska's Contempt. Sure. Sounds wonderful. I'm gonna leave Teferi on top of my deck here so that way if they draw Duress, he's hidden. Oh, that's super loose. Okay, so they missed the stuff. I should have, they could have brought this back during their end step there. It probably doesn't matter because I have Teferi and we're rapidly approaching garbage time here, but they definitely could have brought that back if they wanted. Moving on up to the diamond tier. Do 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 do. Opponent understands what garbage time is. Understands real well. Could swap Chromium for Vraska. I don't know. I think I like Chromium for the Esper mirror just fine. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Yeah, sign me up. Treasure map's a little annoying. We don't have a way to interact with that. We just gotta power through it. Speaking of a little annoying, JS Wayne, thank you for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. I'm gonna take Carnage here. Let's leave Big Tef on top. Black White Aristocrats went really well. Deck's super sweet. They bricked on land, God bless. They drew another lava coil, that's wonderful. We'll leave that land on top. We are going to get to potentially Dire Fleet, Thought Erasure my Teferi, which would be sad. They keep missing lands though. I'm just gonna bin both of those. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the other one just so I can. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to keep the other one just so I can cast it this turn. Just go like Isolated Chapel cast it. If they flip the treasure map and burn all their treasures, they can Thought Erasure me back. But that seems kind of loose. I could play around. I could tuck this, but that doesn't play around shock, and I really don't want to get my Teferi shocked. This does unlock their mana a little bit, but like the things they're doing with their mana are kind of irrelevant. I just want to make sure I don't cast this Vraska's Contempt until after they've played both their things. Second Tef is what we would like to refer to as Dece Plus in the biz. Pretty reasonable. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see your Kaya's Wrath do that. Let's see your Kaya's Wrath do that, chat. Oh baby. Oh, baby.
We need to move quickly.
I love me some hidden mode. Some hidden mode cleansing Nova. I love me some hidden mode cleansing Nova. Ooh. Alright. I was going to say she's not good, but she actually helps us kill the Phoenixes, right? Which is reasonable. It's probably not a Syncopate matchup. Honestly, I probably don't sideboard much here, right? I probably just don't. I think it's just like Syncopate out, stroke in. This seems reasonable. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna click submit. Sure. Perfect. Never don't have it on 2, right, chat? Never don't have it on 2. Well, their hand is mono 4s. Is that Carnival Carnage? Is this the scary one? This is probably the scary one to slip through. Mortify is awesome. Sign me up. So this next turn, I'm going to take 5 inside of combat. So I can hold up Absorb here. And if they don't cast something that I need to absorb, we'll Mortify the Goblin Chain Whirler at end of turn. So easy Absorb here. Yeah, I haven't had any disconnect issues today. So if you're having disconnect issues, it's probably on your side, not the server side. Oh, you know what? I should shock that in and Contempt this turn and then Cleansing Nova the following turn, maybe. But because I did that, I'm just gonna go ahead and Mortify now. Now I guess I just play Teferi next turn. Depends on what they do here. If they drew like another Phoenix, we'll be Vraska's Contempting. Karn, yeah, Karn go up, draw your bad card. Enjoy.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. I mean, their card's gonna draw them 2 cards here. They're not gonna be good cards, but they'll be cards. I mean, between Absorb and Contempt and Moment, like, the shocks aren't that bad for you. Alright, so this is just Cleansing Nova, clear your squad, Teferi, tuck the egg. This lets them get a treasure map with Karn, but I think that's not gonna have a... That's not gonna be able to keep up with Teferi anyways.
Some solutions must be built.
Well then. Well then.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
So I can Contempt this, shock this in, Teferi untaps 2 lands, Contempt the Karn token.
For the lesson.
And then the following turn we get to start slamming Krasis. But really, we really want to draw another Cleansing Nova here. So that way we can kill these maps before they do anything. You get 2 shots at this puts us back to 9. Yeah, Krasis will put some good pressure into play here. Krasis is a little bit of a liability in the face of Angrath, but it's not too big of a deal. When am I doing merch? You can find a ton of merch here. Piles and piles of merch. Merch on merch on merch. Well, shoot. Can I find a Mortify here? Absorb. You're a little bit late, Absorb. It's unfortunate that Nova's not both modes. I think we just power through the treasure maps, right? I can't. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die to the CGN commander otherwise. I'm gonna absorb this because I plan to Krasis next turn. Okay, yeah, fair, I guess. I don't know, like, I feel like if you're not gonna try and outgrind Teferi with 2 treasure maps there, like, why are you playing that deck? Like, I feel like that deck has a real chance to outgrind Teferi with maps from that position. Like, that's the... Just play red aggro if you're not gonna try and outgrind the Esper deck. I like how we just, like, use the Cleansing Novas to win that game with the hidden mode, and people are still just like, why aren't you playing Kaya's Wrath? Kaya's Wrath, Hoagland! Kaya's Wrath! Calm down. It's okay, I promise. I promise they're almost the same card, and this one has some upsides in some situations that the other one doesn't. But if Kaya's Wrath. Everybody else is playing Kaya's Wrath. Do it. Do it, Jeff. Do it. They just like budget mana Esper. Could be a Gate stack, but likely budget mana Esper feels like. Which I feel like our deck being greedy splashing Krasis probably has a leg up against in a matchup like this, if I had to venture a guess. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. You're getting a little inconsistent. Why didn't you draw Thought Erasure on 2 with the real questions? With the real questions. I'm gonna fight over this. Am I? Nah, I'm not gonna fight over this. They just, like, mortifies. Mortify me, baby. Mortify me, baby. Mortify me, baby. Just gonna hang tight. I'm not gonna play the Krasis until we're in danger of missing a land drop. Because I have the Vraska's Contempts here, I'm kinda covered if I, like, tap out for something and then they Teferi me, which is nice. To Azcanta and beyond. Yeah, if I get to untap with this card, it's gonna help us ensure we hit our land drops, which is really good for us. So I think if they go to Mortify this year, I am gonna absorb this time. Because if they Mortify, I absorb, they absorb back, I get to untap and play Teferi, which is, like, pretty reasonable. It's possible I should keep that just for their potential Azcantas, but I think prioritizing trying to hit my land drop here is ideal. So this specific deck is playing Cleansing Nova and not Kaya's Wrath because we're trying to splash a 4th color in our deck, which means we have less black sources than most Esper decks do. So our deck is probably more likely to hit this card on 5 than we are to hit Kaya's Wrath on 4. So the reason why this deck is playing Cleansing Nova is for a mana-based considerations. Opponents missing land drops and moving to hand sides, which is great. Just God bless, sign me up. That one can go on top of my deck because it's going to give me 3 looks at hitting land. It's also going to potentially allow me to fill my graveyard up to flip this Azcanta faster so we can bury them. Huh? I think I keep the erasure there. Resolves? They have Sealaways and they have Guild Gates in their deck, so I think they're just playing a budget deck. This isn't a big deal. I've got extra Cleansing Novas. If anything, it helps fill up my graveyard. We can take 1 hit for 4 and then end step Vraska's Contempt or Dream Eater. They get to surveil a bunch here, but like they need lands and they probably need good spells. So it's probably not that good for them. It's actually just been 3 cards. Yeah, it looks like they're Esper, their budget Esper. Got a bunch of the always tap dual lands. And to be fair, this is a matchup where like having always tap dual lands doesn't really matter because we're not gonna be aggressive and punish them for like playing a turn behind. I have what's called low latency mode enabled on my channel. So if you are on a system with a good internet connection, you should see very, very low lag times between what's going on a Mastiff. I didn't Contempt while they were tapped out because I wanted the ability to hold up Absorb on their following turn so they couldn't stick something that I couldn't answer. I wonder if we'll see them Cleansing Nova my Sir Triskanta here. I like that line. I like that line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna play this for 6. I don't recommend anything to anyone. I'd recommend you play games with things and see if you like them. I take 0 responsibility for your wins or losses. You do you. We're just here trying to have a good time. Don't tell me what to do. I think we're probably just gonna Cleansing Nova this turn. Just my friend. Put a tap land out. Next turn we can play Teferi and then quickly work our way towards garbage time. Had the most fun playing in Standard. Teamer Climb. Teamer Climb's the deck I'm gonna play tomorrow at the tournament I'm playing in. Don't tell me to have fun, Hogland. I do what I want. I played Kiki Chord for a year. I blame you for all my losses. It's funny because it's true.
Sorry I'm late.
Sorry I'm late. No, wait, I didn't attempt to make top 8. We finished last season at like 85 or 90% or something like that. Woo! Woo! Piece of candy. We play Magic for fun around these parts. If we don't get Thought Erasure here. Oh no! That gives them so many looks at Thought Erasure. The list on my website is within a card or 2 of what I'm playing at the tournament tomorrow. They get 1. Alright, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I get to play this, I get to play this for X is 10. Crisis 10 is awesome, because you just get to click +5 twice. Load it up. Load it up, move it out, load it up, right. After listening to you, I'd say you'd answer that person's question if they asked, does this deck seem to function well? Is it Phoenix and Modern attacking the format well? Well, if you've been here for a while, you'd know that I'd say you don't attack Modern as a format because Modern doesn't really have a metagame. It's a format where people kind of just play whatever they want and whatever weekend they want. People don't randomly, like, sell their Modern deck and, like, change to the new hot thing because the new hot thing costs $2,000. I played Voice of Resurgence and Lotus Cobra for 6 months. I sold a lot of Lotus Cobras. I think this deck, like 800 other decks in the standard format, is functional and reasonable.
We need to move quickly.
I became a Jeskai Ascendancy Specialist. You really did. You really did. Well, budget on Arena is different than budget in paper, right? Like, budget on Arena is how many rares and mythics you have, because all rares and mythics are equal on Arena. And who was talking trash about my Syncopate? Alright, so if we find a Kaya here, if we find a Kaya on this discovery, I get to exile both their Chemist's Insight. There's 2 Kayas in my deck, come on. That's such a tilt. Alright, so if I play this Teferi, and then play an untapped land, and then plus him, I can untap my lands, and then exile their Teferi with Vraska's attempt at end of turn.
Let's skip to the good part.
Hey, Alec, thanks for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So you'll notice I clicked on my end step to get it to stop here before my opponent untaps.
Oh, that's how it was meant to happen.
Is there a support group for people who have played Jeff decks? Yeah, it's called my Discord server. Believe it or not, the control deck splashing for ultimate greed seems to be good in the control mirror. I'm by no means a greed expert, but splashing for extra greed on the side seems to be good here. Seems to be quite reasonable. What does Pot of Greed do? Alright, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for hanging out. Whoop. Oh no. Oh no. Didn't even miss anything. What excellent timing. Look at that. Perfect mana. What a beautiful deck. It's so beautiful, chat. It's just so beautiful. My name is Squee. I'm a Jeffaholic. Merja, thanks for shipping your Twitch Prime this way again. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Welcome to everybody. Got 2,000 people here on a Friday night. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend wherever you're at. I guess it's Saturday in some parts of the world. I'm gonna keep Mortify. They play Search for Azcanta. They have random things like Dream Eater in their deck too. Just trying to, I don't have counter spells or discard spells, so I kind of want to build up responsive answers to things that they can put into play. I would not cut Incubation in that deck. I think fitting in more Collision Colossus isn't terrible, but I would not cut Incubation. So, I'm going to draw the Absorb this turn rather than the Negate, because if they Thought Erasure me next turn, I think the Negate is more valuable, so I'd like to leave this one hidden on top of my deck. Look at these huge, huge tracts of land. Just everything you want to be doing in the control mirror, chat. Counter spells, answers, tracts of land. I just introduced a friend of mine to your content. As a result, he's building Howling Mind Jank and is looking at a costume of a Wild Jeff. And add 1 to the victim count. Okay, so I'm in danger of missing a land drop next turn, and I have a bunch of decent answers to things they could play. So I think I'm actually going to play this out for 4 here. Even if they counter it, I still drew 2 cards and gained 2 life, so I think that's a win for me. Because I have answers to things that they could play, I think this is worth playing here to increase the probability that I hit my 7th land next turn. There's a Chromium in the sideboard, JVL. Oh, a horse without a sword. Let's fix that. So, like, getting an Absorb on a draw 2 feels like a win for me. And, like, even if they, like, play Teferi plus Teferi, they need 2 counter spells, because I'm going to have Contempt plus Negate here, which is good. Bell Haunt. Interesting. I'm gonna bin Chromium. I like the rest of my hand here. Now, I would not recommend playing the old Kiki Core deck. However, the new Kiki deck, the Kiki deck that's full of Vanafears, is very, very good. We actually played it yesterday on stream. Remember that time I drew 2, hoping to make sure we hit our land drop? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Old Bobby Nixilis. I miss up Nixilis too, Zach. He was my boy. Bobby Nix and I, we go way back. Land. Ooh. And now at this point I am running low on answers, so answers to resolve things specifically. So I don't think I can afford to tap out for something like Teferi and like lose a counterfight. So hopefully they pick a fight, we win the fight, we untap, we play Teferi. Fight me. They could have another one here. This is, I need to just get these cards out of my hand, though. Like, trading off 2 counterspells, like, 2 counterspells and a 2 counterspells for, like, and a Teferi for their thing seems reasonable here. I think we're actually still in an okay spot if they take my Teferi here. And I think they're smart to fight over this, because, like, if they don't fight over this and I draw a land, I can untap and, like, Teferi with Negate up. So, Teferi is going away here. If I draw a land, do I Naked Reborn? If I draw a land, do I Naked Reborn? I think I Naked Reborn if I can hold up a Negate. If I can't hold up a Negate, I don't think I can afford to Naked Reborn. Really? Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take it. Deal. Deal-a-reno. Oh, I should have left the blue mana up here so I could cast Azcanta. I draw a land. Never punished. Life's like a diamond. Bum bum ba dum bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Man, I think this is actually an Esper deck I can stand playing. This is like an Esper deck that like we cut Chemister's Insight from and put in a card that can kill people. Like, Esper Control's very good. It's like one of the better decks in the format. It's like had great results. I just hate that it can't kill people. And like having Krasis to kill people is great. What are win conditions? What's going on, Asim? We are running long. So, I think starting next week, I'm gonna have to start working closer to normal human hours. And I think I'm gonna start limiting my run long days to 1 day a week. I've been doing the 12-hour thing too many days in a row lately. So I think next week, starting next week, I'm probably gonna keep closer to 8-hour days rather than all the 12s. All right, sure. This is good. This is good. Hey, Nova's not terrible here. I just really want to hit a land drop. "12 hours of chat is not good." Oh, Twitch chat.
Hurry.
It's not even that the hours streaming wear on me so much as it's just like things around the house just haven't been getting done. So I probably need to work on those. That's incredibly rude. I liked my Teferi.
Only time will tell.
Do I just Nova here? I think I just Nova here so that way I can Krasis next turn as a blocker. So I don't want to like Krasis and then Nova, right? Although maybe I'm supposed to. If I Krasis and then Nova, it forces them to extend. More than 10 hours a day causes ulcers. Alright, so now my Krasis plan has changed because I don't want them to fart this off, so let's just exile that and pass. And just like that, we're still at 20. It's like turn 7, I'm at 22 still against this aggro deck. I'm blocking the 3-2 rather than the 3-3, because this way if they have Collision Colossus, we trade. Important detail there. Garbage time, garbage time. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Alright, this is definitely an extra cleansing Nova matchup. I think Moment of Craving is probably good here. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, apologies. I'm a filthy heathen and I apologize. Is this a Kaya matchup? Kaya exiles Phoenixes? Kaya exiling Phoenixes might be awkward. Might be important, I mean. I don't think Cry is good enough here, even though Moment is good. Yeah, she does. Killing their elves is like a little bit less important. I don't think Lyra is good against the Collision Colossus deck. And they're definitely like, after seeing Krasis, they're definitely leaving Collision Colossus in against me. Oh yeah, Harpooner too. What do you feel about Kaya versus Absorb? What's going on, Draken? Kaya versus Absorb. I feel like Kaya might be better on the draw. Trim Search for Kaya. I think I'd rather cut Discovery than cutting Search. I think this is fine. Let's try this. Oh yeah, Kaya does kill Puck Collector too. That's true. A lot of these green red decks have been playing that. Absorb kind of solves the Phoenix problem. So like, if you look at the way my deck is boarding, I'm going to be tapping out more often in the post-board games. So like, having this card that I have to hold up is like less than ideal if I'm tapping out a bunch. Yep. This guarantees that I curve into Nova. I think I might need a removal spell before then. They should just fart this and attack me for 4, I think. They could play Spellbreaker and hit me for 5, but I think they're supposed to just make a 4/4 and smack me. Wow, that seems good. We might die before we get to Cleansing Nova here. So, like, worth noting, if this had been Kaya's Wrath, I could have sequenced my lands in a different manner to cast Kaya's Wrath this turn. So we're going to take 6 on this attack and go to 5. Clean things up. Yeah, running Novas is pretty good here. If they just play 1 threat this turn.
Right on schedule. Keep up the pace.
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck Vines and cast Nova this turn.
It's much more malleable than people think.
So hoping to hit a Krasis kinda, or some kind of answer to this Growth Chamber Guardian. This shuffle actually means that they don't redraw the Cinder Vines, which is nice. Look at that, just like we drew it up, chat. Just like we drew it up. We're low enough that they're probably gonna keep playing. We're rapidly approaching garbage time, but we're definitely low enough that this game's not over. Alright, they let us untap with 7 cards in Teferi. I agree that we're rapidly approaching very over. I think we've lost a game. I don't remember. We definitely, I think we've won all the matches, though. I feel like we've won all the matches. Listen, chat, if Splashing Krasis is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Ah, yeah, the old double Godless Shrine Hydroid Krasis keep opener. No. You know, just normal standard things. Am I dead? 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 We're dead. Got it. Good. Excellent. Good. Glad we can have this conversation. The baby Krasis here might actually help keep us alive. So, like, I can Krasis as a 2/2 next turn, which is, like, incredibly relevant. Just as a blocker. Like, maybe the baby Krasis can bridge us into a Cleansing Nova. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, so we're gonna stop on their upkeep and Vraska's Contempt. What are the odds they don't have a counterspell, chat? They're only drawing 3 cards this turn. What are the odds they don't have a counterspell? They're only gonna draw 3 cards this turn. Gosh, they're just incredibly lucky. Pierce me, baby. Look, they paused there for a moment. That was just like the rudest of pauses. Just like the give you the small glimmer of hope pause. Like the, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? And they just punch you in the face. Just like, nope, get down. Stay down. Stay down. Look, no numbers. Do I get to dual wield swords now? Thanks for the 24 months. You get to ride on your glorious steed into combat. And a guy like this, I think Vraska's Contempt's too expensive. Trim that, bring in movement, bring in the Lyra, bring in the extra Nova. Seems fine. Teamer Climb is my favorite deck in the standard format right now. It's the one I acquired cards for to play in tomorrow's tournament. I believe in you, Discovery. I believe in you, Discovery. Just do this now while they're tapped out. Just kill your thing, go. preempt shenanigans. Look at all of these incredibly castable spells. Look at all of my incredibly castable spells. That is not the land I wanted for Christmas. So because I'm holding these two Cleansing Novas in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and Mortify, even though it exposes me to Spell Pierce. Because something's getting Spell Pierce this game at some point. It might as well be Mortified this turn. I mean, mono blue is just good against people who aren't playing Magic, right? So, like, we haven't drawn lands to play Magic, we can't cast our spells. Like, mono blue, mono red, like, aggressive decks punish people who stumble. That's why aggressive decks tend to be good. How the cookie crumbles. We're bound to lose one eventually, right? They're running a little bit hot. Doot. Good evening, C-Lab. Hope you're having a good one. We did pull our Esper Krasis did pull us up by the bootstraps into Diamond, so can't complain too much about it. I mean, like, I don't even know how this deck is against mono blue, right? Like, the point is, I don't know what the matchup's like because we didn't really play. The Teamer Climb deck that you can find on my website that I played in the Twitch Rivals tournament. Probably dead here. I don't think we can beat this start on the draw game one. I'm gonna show them Syncopate because I'm gonna board this card out. Showing them a counterspell that they might play around in the future that I'm boarding out is generally a good idea. Hey, thanks, Django. Thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So, like, I can shock and mortify something. I think I just concede here because I think it's not worth showing them that I'm basically an Esper deck. I'm pretty unlikely to win from this position. To conceal a little bit of info while sideboarding, basically. That was clicked in by mistake. Need to cut 5 more cards here. To be fair, they're probably going to put us on, like, a Bant combo deck, which is probably not that different of a sideboard plan than boarding against control for them. This is okay on the play. It casts turn 2 Thought Erasure. It can't cast turn 3 Absorb, which feels a little bit bad. Those are some magic cards. Alright, so I think it's a Danto Vanguard because it hits the hardest. I'm looking for more black sources and a Cry. Moment of Craving, stuff like that. Yeah, hand is very good. Pesky third land, eh? Alright, so then next turn, I'm gonna Discovery, we'll hit our 4th land, we'll Moment of Craving the Dauntless Bodyguard. Or we'll Moment of Craving a History of Benalia token, because that one has more stats, because this isn't preventing anything, because they played it on 1. Gotta do this now because there's a Tithe Taker in play. I'm just doing this because I don't want to get hit for 6 next turn. Hopefully they jam Venerated Loxodon next turn, and then we hit a land and play Cleansing Nova. Cast Elefante. Cast Elefante. Rats. This is good on the opponent's part. I don't want to play into Kaya's Wrath. Not Kaya's Wrath. Okay. So, when we were running earlier tonight, the first few matches we pulled ourselves up a diamond, we were playing against like other mid-range and control decks. We were doing kind of okay against other greed machines. We were dumpstering other greed machines. That being said, we played against a bunch of aggressive decks and we kind of hit just kind of normal Esper control problems. Just kind of stumbled, bumbled, fumbled, and died. I don't even know that like the issues we hit were strictly related to having a Krasis splash so much as just like our deck kind of sputtered out on us. I've been going for a little bit over 10 hours. I'm actually gonna leave blue-green fish in the queue and just call it a night. I gotta get things together so I can play in the tournament tomorrow. Remember, if you enjoy paper standard coverage and you want to see me play a little bit, hopefully I'll be doing well. Twitch.tv/NRG series, give them a follow and they'll be live tomorrow morning. I'm going to be taking the entire weekend off from streaming since I am going to be playing a tournament tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday morning about 8 a.m. Central Standard Time with one of my normal days. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope to catch all y'all around real soon. Remember, if you want more content from myself, be sure to check out my website and my YouTube channel. Lots of videos and excellent stuff on both of those places. If you want to stay here on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and give someone a host now.